Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to Two Kims.
One pod.
I'm your first Kim, Peter Kim.
And I'm your second Kim, Unji Kim.
That's right, and there's only two of us. All right. Thank you so much for coming back. We appreciate you guys. Listen, um,
There's only two Kims, and this is the only podcast.
this is the only podcast alive right now. A lot of stuff is going down. I hope the internet is treating you well because it has not recently for me. I'm turning into like
Wait, would you say that it has historically treated you well?
no, but it's taken a dark turn.
Okay.
And I'm falling into some right wing areas and
Areolas, yeah.
areolas, big puffy areolas, and I'm scared because I'm starting to agree with some of these people that I absolutely detest because of their views. So this kind of comes on the backs of the last episode or a couple of episodes ago when we were talking about the splintering of the Swifty vase.
Yes.
I feel like that's happening everywhere because tell me why I'm all of a sudden obsessed with Candace Owens' investigative journey.
I mean, she's
Why?
out here. She's the last journalist. Her
Hello?
and her and Tucker are really doing some work.
Also,
And
Tucker. Okay, so I'm like,
yes.
why am I agreeing with Tucker Carlson right now? Help, help. I feel weird.
Hmm.
And then Candace Owens, who hates the gays, she's making a lot of sense on this Charlie Kirk Pew Pew thing. And I'm like,
Yes.
this is distressing. I don't know what to. I'm like I'm confused.
Wait,
I'm
what's
utterly
distressing
confused.
about it? It's just the idea that these are conservative mainstays that you just couldn't see yourself
Agreeing with
agreeing with.
yes, and now they're making sense. And I'm like, what is happening? Am I being tricked? Because I'm always gut checking. Like, am I being completely fooled by the YouTube algorithm or the TikTok
Right.
algorithm? And most of the time I am. So I'm
I
always
mean,
kind of
yes,
like
I would say, yeah.
backpedaling and going like, is this true? Like I should research this. Are these facts? Like when Candace is talking about some of these like munitions stuff and like how the things don't make sense of how the bullet enter like all that stuff, and I'm like, okay, and why isn't anyone else talking about this? And also, what happened to that dude that they arrested? What I haven't heard a thing,
Not a
a damn
peep.
blip, not a peep. None of that trans maxing girl thing made
Is
sense
it
to me.
wait, is it Easter? There's not a peep. Like
Hello,
truly. Yes. Yeah.
is it the silent place? Like I don't get quiet place. Like why is there no updates on this huge thing? And then the whole turning point thing, like they're on their like stadium arena tour, like they're fucking Nate Bargatze, going
Yeah.
around doing these shows, and like I'm just very very confused
Hmm.
at all of it. The Erica Kirk thing, how she goes back to like the Miss
Her
USA
demeanor is
pageants.
her demeanor is bizarre. I think
Psychotic.
I like truly like as outside of the conservative or non-conservative media, her behavior is categorically bizarre. I think we can, as a society and as human beings, all agree
That's
bizarre.
not a normal behavior by a wife that's
So
grieving.
bizarre, so
So
bizarre, so
bizarre.
bizarre.
Okay.
I
Is this
mean,
a bunch of like random stuff on sale at a church? It's a bazaar. I don't, I don't get what's happening. It's driving me crazy. And I'm okay.
I
And another
wait,
thing is, I
wait.
just okay. What?
Okay, no, I will say that I think a part of the issue here is that like the fact that you find it so bizarre that you would agree with anybody is like it really much more an indication of how bifurcated
Yeah.
and how black and white our culture has become, that you the
Correct.
idea that you can't agree with somebody, or that
Yeah.
even as a journalist you would have to agree with their opinions versus their investigative journalism and that like actual thing that they do versus the opinions
Right.
that they are cranking out.
Spouting out for
Yeah.
rage bait or click, right? So yeah, that's I'm coming to terms with like, okay, I have to like unsheen myself with all this crap to really figure out what the fuck's going on. I think we're just all going through a huge learning process right now. Like the other day, I watched, do you know the I've Had It podcast? The two ladies from the South, and they're like progressives, and they're like, I've had it. And,
Yes,
they
yes,
talk shit,
yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Love them. Anyway, she, I forget what her name is. Um, one of them, one of the blondes, kind of
Yeah,
like
and they're both skinny too. I mean, it's yeah,
skinny faced. The other
yeah,
one's a little like wider faced. The
yeah.
skinny faced one, let's just call her Megan or something, right? Megan is, I'm sure that's not her name. I'll figure out her name later, but she is going on a whole, like, talk about journalism. She's going on a whole uh, podcast interview tour because a lot of the Dems are now understanding, like, oh, they have a huge platform, so we have to go do their show now. So
Right.
she's having all these Dems on and constantly putting their feet to the fire about APAC.
Yeah.
And to watch like Cory Booker and all these people backpedal about and do these gymnastics about Gavin Newsom the other day was asked
Hmm.
about it. And he was like, well, that's very interesting that you even bring that up, like because JPAC is actually more, it's just like you see these politicians like slip and slide and slip and slide around it. And you're like,
Sure.
what the fuck, man? Like, just give a direct answer. And I get it. They supply money to every single congressperson, like a lot of lobbyists do. But at the end of the
And by the
day,
way, and not an insignificant amount. And not only that, but is a true churner of talent
annual
and power.
trips, like, why am I watching
It's
Marjorie Taylor Greene on the Tim Dillon podcast talking about how, and she's like clearly not a cool girl to be invited. Also, she's like raging anti-Semite,
yes.
which would, you know, preclude her from being invited to Israel. I get that. But at the end of the day, like, we're learning way more about how our government works or doesn't work by this administration completely ripping everything apart. And I'm so utterly confused
Mhm.
because like what you said, like I've been stuck in such a binary system that I'm like, it's whiplash for me
I
because
see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's so much happening that I think a lot of these people like Tucker are so distasteful and
Mhm.
like, like
I
anyone
mean,
else.
I mean, to me, Tucker is a APS boy that I understand and see and could do a group project with. Absolutely. You know what I mean? We're going to exchange notes. We're going to study for the AP test together. JD Vance, however, that is a demon. That is an APUS boy that is actually a menace and would murder
No,
someone
he's a
in order
terrorist. Yeah.
a terror, right?
Yeah.
And like also
But
would
the
kill.
shade, like we're seeing the shades of that. Like I
And
and
that's the
I
thing. It's
haven't
always
seen
been
that
like this.
before.
But it's always been like this. It's just the tenor. And
Right.
I
But
would
I
say,
haven't seen it
yes.
before.
Okay.
You
I
know what
would
I
say
mean? Like
also,
then
yes,
most
yes.
people have not seen this before.
I would also put some of the blame here at the Dems' feet, as you were mentioning, right?
Correct.
At the feet of the Dems who fucked the messaging of this all up. Right?
Correct.
Because now the right has co opted so many issues that were typically progressive
Ours.
Dems,
Yes, I
right?
know.
The idea that the little guy, right? Like, I mean, we're talking about APAC, like that shit has almost always been on the left as well,
Correct.
right?
Like
Like
all of it. It doesn't
all of it.
which really just bring APAC and other types of foreign lobbying bodies on our government.
Calling them
Like
out.
I'm
It's
starting
always
to,
been us.
yeah, and it's just like you forget because you're presented a two-party system that like there is a nuance there. You just forget that there is that.
Baby, why are we talking about gender being a construct? So are these parties. So is corruption. It's all hues, all gray.
Right.
Like, there are certain tiers and levels of even of governmental corruption, right? There's a certain level of it that we all are complicit in and can kind of be like, yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? And
Right.
then there's levels, right? And the thing is, this is where the Dems, I would say, fucked us all up because they thought just saying and talking about Trump and
Hmm.
saying this is the line in the sand, and then
Right.
enough people would be like, oh my God,
Right.
and come over.
And it's a distraction from what's actually rotted. Like
Always,
that's and
always.
yeah. So like it does. I'm glad. I'm happy that through my confusion, ergo, like most people's confusion right now of like what is even happening here, that it does seem like it's all going to fall apart.
Well, I mean, that was sort of what the promise of Occupy Wall Street was supposed to be. Remember when we were occupying Wall Street? And then all
I didn't, but yes, I saw those. those
you were on Wall Street and you're like, oh
yeah, I was
no,
like,
those
oh,
poors look angry.
I'm in my corner office. Ugh, I shouldn't throw this penny out the window.
Oh my God, that looks like a bazaar.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I do, like, during that era, it could be argued that specifically Occupy Wall Street was sort of bipartisan, right? It was without party. It was sort of like an overall progressive idea,
Yeah.
right? You absolutely could have seen Marjorie Taylor Greene
Hmm.
doing some twirls and doing mushrooms in at the what was it, Zuccotti Park, right? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
But you could have absolutely seen her alongside, any number of like Bernie dirties, and it was sort of bipartisan. And then something strangely happened where all of a sudden no one was talking about the rich, no one was talking about the powerful. Everyone was arguing about trans bathrooms.
Yeah, because we
Like
needed a
literally,
distraction
right?
of all the
Because
Bear Stearns buyouts. Remember that? Like all the
this
I
is what I'm saying. Like,
yes.
it's not a coincidence.
No.
It's simply not a coincidence.
No.
And the
And
fact
it's
that
been
the
17 years
nuance,
since then. So
this is what
we've
I'm
been
saying.
distracted for 17 years.
Almost a whole, that's a teen. This bitch is going to college, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm saying here is like the nuance becoming out again at this moment, post, I guess, Kirk, to me is very interesting inside of the culture because I think what you're describing, at least with the Swift of it all, is like maybe there is like when you're saying like this revolution sort of thing where the bottom is kind of turning over, like we're
Mhm.
taking the spoon and going to the bottom of the yogurt cup and we're bringing up the fruit. Like there is some sort of turning. I do worry that in the mix of this, that progressive values are actually being co-opted by the right and being used in a way to package themselves with like really bigoted, bad, corrupt
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
because they don't know. They're just like, oh yeah, so we're gonna get all the dye out of the of food, which is good, right? But then everyone that does that somehow is going to the Riyadh Comedy Festival. You know what I mean? Like it's like
What?
where no, I'm just
What?
saying like where's the money? Where's the money? Who actually is holding money, right? And
Uh-huh.
this is where Candace and Tucker are holding people accountable,
Hmm.
right? Irrespective of, and that's the good thing about the both of them kind of being shunned by the mainstay, like mainstream conservative media, is that
Hmm.
like now they're just like, fuck it.
Right.
Like we're just on YouTube, which is sort of again the promise of YouTube
Right.
that it would be this.
Yeah, which I don't really believe in, but
Not
like
anymore.
no, I no, just like YouTube as something that will remain out of the control of the elite. Like it's just not happening. Like it's there's too much money and data and eyeballs on it. But I do think that whether right or left co-opting of progressive values, I don't really care anymore as long as it gets done. Like I
Mhm.
really don't give a fuck. I don't like the team thing is so stupid. Like we've had this like gut reaction against Trump because he was such a like I mean he is dismantling. So like and his party is actively helping him, you know, because they're all I'm guessing financially tied
Yes,
or
this is
blackmail
becoming.
tied or
This is
whatever,
this
you
is
know,
what I'm
like
saying. Yes, like we're all recognizing how corrupt it is, while the democracy we currently live in is actively becoming a kleptocracy. Right? Like
correct.
this is what is alarming to me.
Correct.
That
And it's the
yes,
unchecked tech bros that's really leading the charge.
and the operation
Because
window of the discussion the political discussion in our culture right now feels insane to me. Where I'm like,
what discussion? Like what is even being discussed? I
but that's
don't
what I'm
get what's
saying. Like
happening.
the
I'm
barrier,
confused.
like it's just like, oh, we're talking about like whether or not like the budget. It was just like it just feels crazy to me. I'm like, but no one's talking about like he got a full plane from
Oh yeah,
you know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
we
Like
talked
it's just
about it, and then we're over. We're done with it. Because
and
like,
it's just like
what can we say about it that hasn't been said?
but it's like but what why are not even the saying of it, but it's just like that's not allowed. And like just like
Okay,
the slow,
yeah,
but the slow bleed of like what is acceptable makes like and inside of like the discussion inside of culture, this is like the dangerous part because all of a sudden this is um
normal.
yeah, this is when
Well,
we talk about
yeah,
normalization, like this is actually what we were sort of they were whistleblowing too early. And now none of us are interested.
yeah. I mean, did you see the Supreme Court thing today, this morning, about
I
like,
did see this
oh,
this
they're
morning.
like about basically stripping back any voter right protections, and yeah, and any kind of type of like racial like profiling or whatever. So like, it's actively being done. So like, yeah, there's really no discussion. It's like he's just gonna keep pushing it. He has all the branches of government. The only thing we have is this fucking shutdown and like possibly swearing that lady in and releasing some files and finally getting his people to turn on him, which
Yeah, yeah.
with Tucker and Candace, that's kind of starting to happen because they're asking the questions that even the Dems won't ask, which is the crazy part. That's
Yes.
the crazy part that you're forcing me, Democrats, you're forcing me to fucking sympathize with Candace Owens. It's
I don't
great.
mind.
I know you don't mind, but like I have scruples. You don't have
I got I
scruples.
don't have scruples. I've always
I
been, I
have
mean, like,
scruples. It's hard for me to be like, ugh, swallow that, and that like it's just more of a betrayal, I guess, for me than anything else. But
yeah.
regardless of that, I'm I'm happy that it's happening, and it's very it's a confusing time. I just wanted to
So
put that out there. And
how do
if
you
you're
think,
having,
sorry, let me ask you, how do you wind up here, you think?
because what do you mean? I'm on TikTok all day, like being fed this stuff.
So, but what do you think you were responding to that ultimately led you to that part? Because, like, Candace is not fed to you immediately. I'm on Candace. I'm on because there's definitely
Well,
a
you watch one video
libertarian.
and then now there's like 1,000 videos.
Yeah.
That's what
I mean,
happened.
it was just like you were agreeing with like just because you're interested in what might be quote unquote the truth, right? That's the kind of
I less the truth, more of the why behind the obfuscation.
okay.
I guess that
Yeah.
is further truth, but like I'm more interested in the reason why you're hiding.
Okay.
Same thing as the Epstein files. Like, why are you hiding it?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And all the like people that came out, like the survivors who spoke on Capitol Hill and Jasmine Crockett and all these junior Congress people speaking, the most junior, a lot of them black, a lot of them,
Hmm.
whatever, queer. They're the ones that are not beholden to anyone's money right now and saying, what the fuck? This goes all the way to the top.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna listen to someone who's not bought. It's similar now. Sorry to tie this back to Riyadh, but I'm just gonna have to. It's not. It's easier to listen to a comedian that hasn't been bought. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's this problem with the Riyadh Comedy Festival, and the response now from Aziz Ansari and Bill Burr and whoever, like saying like, "Oh, this is progress for them. We're helping this country progress." And here's the thing, like I agree with your sentiment about like Trevor Noah had a great like I think improvised bit about it because someone asked about it. It's on YouTube.
Hmm.
He had a really poignant thing about like everyone has a price. So these comedians are going over because hopefully the price was right.
Right.
And what they don't understand is that maybe they just didn't want to do even the most cursory Google about why it's shitty to go over there as a state sponsored thing as opposed to a comedy festival that happens to be happening in Riyadh.
Right.
That's the difference. Like that's what most people aren't, like Whitney Cummings and all these people who are coming out and being super defensive about Riyadh. They're like, did you see Whitney's response? Like, you guys, am sorry, I'm not, am I the only person that thinks like the country, the people who lead the country and the people are not the same? Maybe you guys are racist. Maybe I'm helping you to stop being racist.
So even inside of that is an absolutely psycho take.
Psycho take.
Because that means that she heard about the backlash and then
Yes.
still did zero research
100%.
and went with their take. Like, okay, wow, crazy. It's like, are you going to say that about the CPP? Like, I mean, like,
Exactly. She was saying exactly that. But like what she didn't understand was, bitch, you are going for the leaders. The people aren't inviting you. It's Trump's inviting you. That's the difference of like, oh, we do comedy in America all the time. Yeah, not sponsored by Ivanka Trump.
I, it's also
What
not
the
like
fuck
it's
are you
like it's
saying?
like it's like if you go to Shanghai because a dude that runs an expat comedy club there brings you over,
Yeah,
different than the CPP asking you to come to the
paying
China
you
People's
millions of dollars to come.
to come and do a state-sponsored event where we are upholding the glory of China
Hello.
and its people and its party. Like it's, truly like
What are
insane
you
that
saying?
truly insane that she got this backlash and continued to do zero research.
She doubled
I
down.
just That's actually a part of it where I'm like, okay, go off. Like,
You're crazy. I mean, we
okay,
all knew she was crazy, but like the fact that she doubled down on it
I will
tells me
also.
that she is A, ignorant, and B, you don't give a fuck about any of this that you're saying. Like, aren't the people, blah, blah, blah. It's about the money. Just say it, bitch. Like,
Or don't say anything at all. I will say the
that
fact that,
part.
you know what I mean? Or just say nothing at all. I will say that there's something about this where it makes me feel like the people in her life do hate her because
100%.
if you let your boss do this and show her whole ass in this way,
Mm-hmm.
you don't give a fuck. Like the fact
Yeah.
that no one was like, honey, honey.
No, I
Like, no,
mean,
no.
she doesn't have any no people around her. Like,
Yeah,
none
I
of
mean,
them do.
but even a friend that's like, yo, fucked up.
Yeah.
And like, and even if you have this price and do that, then just simply don't engage.
Yeah.
Because I think most people would just be like, yeah, there was that price. You wanted that money. You went off. Okay,
Yeah.
that's capitalism, hun. Like that's fine. I think that the
Don't
doubling
double
down,
back and be like, you're the ones who are racist for assuming that the
oh,
government and the people are the same. It's like,
that's a
no
psycho
one had
comeback.
said that.
But I will say the thing that's coming about the progress and how this comedy is supposed to help
Like,
modernize this
propel them
country.
forward.
Yes, is
Yeah.
one such a Western centric white savior bullshit
Correct.
about somehow these jokes are going to be the ones that bring you out of this like backwards middle-aged kind of sensibility you have. Surely my jokes and ha-has will
Yeah.
make you not like not oppress women in this way.
Yeah. Look at the shiny freedom I wear as an American.
I-
You
this
might
is
one
this
day
is
wear it too.
That's what I mean. That's such a white centric, Western centric point of view on this. Whereas they're not considering the fact that they're going there and the influence that the Saudis and that they are having over our culture might make us more regressive. That they might actually affect us.
Correct.
Like
Because
it's like
once they start putting money into it, they have a say. And Whitney also said that she was like, okay, did you know that um what is it called? Live Nation is owned by Saudi Arabia, 5%. Okay, 5.7%. But also like it's a publicly traded company, so anyone could own it.
yeah.
But she's like, oh,
You
so
probably
that
own
if
it too, Whitney. Like, I
yeah,
mean,
like
what the fuck are you
if
talking
you
about?
own if you ever been to a Live Nation concert or watch your comedian, blah blah, should they be canceled too? And it's just like, whoa, you are doing so many mental backflips to just justify that you're a greedy pig. Just say you're a greedy pig. Like, it's okay. You live in America. That's your brand. Like, why are you holding on to your moral relativism and high ground on this? Like, what? You know why?
It's
It's because no one who is not feeling it in the purse, i.e., her own followers,
mm,
would even react.
yes,
Right?
yes.
Think about I don't know, Louis C.K. He hasn't said much. I don't think, I haven't heard, but like, you think his following is upset about this? Probably not, which is why he's not saying much. But Bill Burr, I'm sure a good amount of his following is like, what the fuck, Bill?
Hmm.
Which is why he has to defend himself. So,
Sure.
like, you're not just going to defend yourself if money's not involved. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I also think that Louis at this point in culture, at least with the cancelization of stuff, he's not fucking engaging with it,
yeah,
period. He's just not.
completely,
And
completely.
he and
And
also
he doesn't need to.
he doesn't need to. He's earned this right, and this is a lesson hard earned.
Yes,
This is a
and his
hard
brand has always been, I'm a piece of shit. Not like,
always.
look at these crazy people,
It
so
doesn't come
like,
yes. He's
yeah,
always punching up because he is the lowest form.
the schlub.
The schlub. And so again, also this lesson about in PR and not calling or trying to defend yourself. Again, that is a lesson that he is hard learned and he has earned the right to be silent on this, right? I
Correct.
will just say,
Yes.
whatever you feel about him or what, I just think that after everything, I think he is owed this, right? Or he should be allowed. And I will say that to me, again, even with Burr and all that stuff, like the idea that none of them inside of this moment can see, even as they talk about like the progress that they're bringing, that they can't see that influence might be a two-way street, and that
No, of course not.
at no point that even inside of saying that and reflecting upon it, that they're able to come to that conclusion is to me like, honey, this is like you don't know the price of milk situation, right? Like
Mhm.
you've gotten to a place where you're not touching grass enough.
Right.
And that's like a kind of be it should be, I think, for them, a welcome moment, right? I'm like, right. You know what? Like I've been standing behind this enormous kitchen island for too long.
Mhm. This
Yeah.
waterfall marble.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I don't I have there's like 5 steps between the sink and the refrigerator. Like
Yeah.
like it's just you're living a life that is too far removed from like a version of reality that is going to enable you to make fun of things and skewer things appropriately. Again,
Correct.
I'm not trying to beat down or cut down on like any of your success. What I'm saying is that if
Your
you are
future
that
earnings.
like if
You're
you want
messing with
to
your future
future
checks
like so if you're that successful, I'm just sorry, but you do have to work that much harder to
to
remain
maintain it.
relevant.
Hello. That's the whole point of it.
And it's not just about like the grind. I'm talking about like relevance, as in like
Correct.
culturally, like learn.
Commentary relevance.
And there's a
Yes.
reason why so many other comics, they ultimately wind up being directors, purveyors of more younger, like different
Relevance.
talent because relevance, because
Correct.
they themselves, they're just like, you're not going to be able to touch grass in that way. And honey, congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
you made it.
awesome.
Go
You
away.
made it.
Fly your little helicopter and go.
And help others
Jesus
come up. That's
Christ.
literally the role that is supposed to happen.
Someone was saying this. I forgot who it was, but it was so poignant. Like, almost every single bad thing about this planet has been the product of a rich white man not wanting to die.
Mortality. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Because that's why they keep doing that. Because if they give up, they feel like it's over. Like, how do we get
Right.
them to be like, it's over?
Cl- Close the
Move
book.
on.
The test pencils down.
Yes, honey.
Pencils
Eyes
down.
up, heads up. Okay.
I mean, there's a part of it where I will say that there's a part of it where I do feel like God is just in this way,
Hmm.
where because of all of their material wealth,
Hmm.
they have no spiritual wealth.
Correct.
And that's what would allow you to relinquish and have like a different relationship with mortality, right?
Right. But like
Like
it's ruining it for the rest of us.
this is why typically like violence and revolution, like that's kind of what,
That's the name of
you
the
know,
game.
and like and that's ultimately on
Because these bitches
us.
just won't die.
I mean, but it's like the overthrow and the occupy and like what you're talking about investigating and like taking down and toppling things, that is ultimately also on us
Us.
because yes, because they will not relinquish, right?
No.
And our desire is to take them down.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to take the pencil out of their
I'm
hands.
sorry. I think Bill Burr has to go down. I'm so sorry to this man, but I really do think so.
I don't.
Because even
Uh,
in comedy, like it's just a microcosm. And I just want to wrap up this episode with this kind of notion about why comedians are being
mhm.
held to a different standard than all these like live golf Saudi Arabia and whatever, like all the other like Beyonce and
Sure.
Rihanna or whatever the fuck, right?
Hmm.
And I do believe that we are held to a different um place because I think we have the most power.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, and influence. Like, someone charming with a microphone directly talking to you is going to be more powerful than someone who is a great athlete and then saying something influential. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't think the public cares if their favorite golfer decides to go to Saudi Arabia because they're like, man, it's a golfer. But when their
Right.
favorite comedian does it, it's dangerous. It feels dangerous.
Well, yes, because also the talent and the product that a comedian is providing
Mhm.
is their opinion and point of view.
Correct.
So it's almost like part and parcel when we talk about like ethos and,
Hmm.
I think that's maybe you've hit upon it here where it's like that might be the thing that feels like the largest betrayal with this
Hmm.
Riyadh thing. Because you're right,
Hmm.
like the evidence, like the reality is that like, yeah, Rihanna, Beyonce, like all of them have been paid crazy amounts of money to not to like this is kind of like a big festival, but like literally a Saudi prince to Beyonce's hand, like millions of dollars, right? There's
Hmm.
no like
Literally shucking and jiving.
yes, right?
Yeah.
Like I you're right that it's ultimately something that why it feels like such a betrayal is that,
Yes,
right?
because
It's the
we see
danger.
ourselves. We don't see ourselves as Beyonce. We don't see ourselves as like
Speak for
Arnold
yourself. Yeah.
Palmer. Yeah, exactly. But I see myself in Bill Burr.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
see myself in Dave Chappelle. Like you're able to see yourself in the comedian because they are just apparently a groundling amongst us that made it through hard work, grit, and their point of view and their skill, right?
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
like we're able to tie ourselves to a comedian as opposed to like an athlete or a pop star, or whatever the fuck, right?
Right,
So,
because there's like a supernatural talent that seems beyond,
mhm,
whereas an opinion,
correct,
right, being funny
correct.
is like kind of like something
I
that
do it in
most
my
people,
office.
yes, like people
Correct.
kind of feel like it's a thing. And the thing that separates most people and that comedian is their like threshold for pain and
Hmm.
failure and all that stuff. So it's like that ability is their talent, right? The
Hmm.
willingness to eat so much shit.
Yes.
That's kind of like what people see as like the actual talent of most comedians.
Perseverance, if
Yeah,
you will.
perseverance.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But yeah, I think that's why people got so upset. And people always get upset when comedians betray them in some kind of way, philosophical way, whatever, because we see ourselves so tied to comedian. And the ergo, there's a lot of power in that
hmm.
because
Hmm.
you're not as swayed by Beyonce to like buy her jeans
Right.
as much as a comedian sways you, makes you laugh, and fills in like a part of a truth that you didn't know or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's
Or you had
just
consider or not, or it crystallizes,
right,
articulates,
right,
lens, it crystallizes like your view of the world,
right. And that's why
right?
that goes first in any authoritarian whatever is media. It gets controlled, free speech. You can't assemble anywhere you want, more than three people. It's a riot. Like
Hmm,
that's
hmm,
why it
hmm.
happens because this shit is effective. You know, that's why
Yeah.
protesting is effective. Like you feel part of something bigger, larger. Like that's why they're getting upset about this no kings thing because like if that wasn't effective, they would never get upset about people protesting. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's
Yes.
effective.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah,
Yeah.
it's just giving me a new I don't know, like a new lens on what we do.
Yeah. I mean, as you're talking, I'm realizing it's like, I would say the sort of betrayal that you're describing is sort of akin to like spiritual leaders,
Mhm.
right?
Creatures.
When, yes.
Mhm.
So when that Osteen
Mhm.
guy
Joel Osteen.
went, yeah, he went down, like the Catholic Church, like the betrayal people felt
Mhm.
was that,
Mhm.
right? This is like something that we've let into our hearts.
Right.
It's where we spend time and
I
money.
trusted you.
Yes,
Yeah. You don't
right?
trust a golfer. Like there's no reason to.
Right. I mean, like even then, like even with Tiger and everything, like there is like this
Mhm.
level where some sports people do get there, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
But it's they have to really try hard. Like
Yeah.
and that has to be the persona that they're trying to create.
Right.
But no one's like caring about like the moral, the like how LeBron James is as a moral person.
No.
Even when he went from, you know, Ohio, like it was like a big betrayal or whatever, but like everyone kind of got over it. We're like, yeah, you gotta make he's not, you know what I mean? Like he wants to win a
Yeah, and
championship,
it's
like
like
whatever. Like,
sports moves. Like it's not
yeah,
about like him how he treats like his staff or whatever the fuck. Like
right. Or like
yeah.
his perspective on, it's just about the shit that he does on the court, how much
Yeah.
money he makes for it, how much money he makes
Yeah.
for the organization. Like that's it. Whereas I think,
Yeah.
right, that might be also why with the Louis thing, you felt like back and forth because Louis ultimately didn't ever say that he was a moral person.
No. We just put our trust in
Like,
him.
yeah,
It's
for
fucked up.
some reason. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, trust us because we are here to bring you comedy every week, misinformation, and a lot of conspiracy theories. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for listening.
I'll keep coming back for more.
Yeah. Bye.